So welcome, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's video. We are back briefly, as you know, as you do. You guys know the situation with the videos. Just, you know, there's nothing grabbing me, so I'm putting out what I put out. I'll put out a UFL video as well, because I want to talk about that too. And then Fridays, folks, I'm streaming pretty much most Fridays now, so tune in. I know some of you weren't receiving notifications. I don't know why. YouTube, fix it. But yes, Fridays we are going to be streaming. So today's video, we're going to roll it, we're going to talk about it. Yeah, we'll just do that. We'll roll with it and talk with it, because otherwise I'll be all over the place. But look, I've got a few concerns of eFootball at the moment, like playing online. I'm going to give you my full impressions of actually playing online versus playing offline. The first issue I have, even though I'm wired, right, I can't find anyone really. I've never found anyone on a 5-bar. As you can see from this, we found this guy who's on a 3-bar connection. But I can't, even a 4-bar connection doesn't feel great. Sometimes a 1-bar connection feels better than a 4-bar. It doesn't even make sense. So here's a look at the lineups, well, not the lineups, but the teams. So this guy's team is a little bit less than myself, like maybe 100. But who cares? This game, it doesn't even matter half the time. You know, it depends how the game wants to feel for you. How's the connection going to play out? Because a lot of the times the game just doesn't want to listen to what I want it to do. And you're going to see issues during this game where I don't understand what stats even mean half the time. Like, look at Rafael Leo right now, right? He is on green form, which means his stats are already boosted. So he's nearly up to 100 on the speed and acceleration front. And you're going to see in the match that even someone like Declan Rice can catch him. That doesn't make sense to me. So yeah, there's my team. And you're going to see two very different halves in this one, right? I went for Isaac. I tried something different just to try him out and see what was going to happen. So let's just get into this. Fast forward, as you do, and kick this one off. So this guy's called Pizza Boy, which is quite funny. Kind of like Spoonie. I don't know where Spoonie's gone. Hasn't put out a video in like a month. I think he had some family issues or something, so hopefully all is well. But I'm sure he'll be right back. So anyway, that's his team. I wanted to show you guys what he is playing with, right? It's a 94 team style. He's playing Rice as a centre-back. Okay. Marquinhos, Davis. He's got Koundé with the afro. Courtois in goal, Kimmich, Jorginho, De Bruyne, Neymar's, the Benzema, and the Messi. So it's a decent lineup. He's going for that 4-3-3. So we're going to play this out. We're going to talk about it. We're going to go on about it because that's what we do. And look, I have changed a couple of things, folks, because basically, and it's not the best quality, by the way, so you'll have to bear with me. It might be a little bit, you know, laggy, as in it's not pure 60 frames and all that. But basically, I changed to assisted shooting, right? That's what I did. I went for assisted shooting now because I'm sick and tired of these goalkeepers are unbelievable. I think there's a new, what's his name? Is it Magnon? Whoever he is. He's on A form this week or last week. He just couldn't get beaten. I mean, I had chance after chance after chance. Still couldn't beat the guy. So I said, forget it. I'm going back to assisted. And then guess what? After I've been playing on assisted shooting now, I actually prefer playing on full manual anyway. So I've gone back to the manual ways of shooting. Because even on assisted, during corners, you can't put the ball where you want. I've tried so hard to go back and play with assistance now. I can't do it. I actually hate it. I prefer playing on manual because you just put the ball wherever you want. I don't know what I was doing with Hernandez. I was trying to keep up with him. But yeah, you're going to see two totally different halves here. But I want you guys to let me know, if you are playing online, what do you make of it in the current state? Like, watch this. Okay, this is the prime example. How does that happen? Look at, I mean, you saw at the beginning, Rafael Leo is on full green, right? So he's nearly on 100 for speed. Even Declan Rice, even if he's on full blue, which I think he was, his stats for speed is probably going to be in the 80s. But look at the friggin', look at the moment. Just look at the way how quickly he's caught Leo up. And I'm getting annoyed with seeing this time and time again. It's like he has this magical force. Whether he's running with the ball or not, it doesn't matter. That's not the point. The point is someone like Rice shouldn't be keeping up with Leo when he's on 95 speed. Because it just completely negates the stats and winds me up religiously. So anyway, That's the first annoying thing. Also, the connection's just been all over the place for himself. I mean, I can have those matches where I'm on a 2 bar, a 3 bar. It feels better than a 4 bar. I don't get 5 bars. They don't exist. But my issue as well is the constant problem of the game deciding to sometimes listen to me and sometimes, like me ex, doesn't want to. And that's exactly what's happening. It's getting on my nerves. Look at that. Neymar's doing the magic. But once again, De Bruyne, see you later, son. Beautiful feet. How's the delivery? Near post! And it's unlucky. And that's what is getting on my tits, folks. It's like the connection's all over the place. In a minute, it's fine. Then the next 5 minutes, your players won't even respond to you. Then as soon as you concede a goal, oh, magically now, my team wants to pay attention to me. Konami, please, get some dedicated servers in this game or do something to make the connections more consistent and just like it is against the AI. Playing the AI on this game is a joy because it's so responsive. It feels fantastic. I wouldn't say it's a joy, right? Maybe that's getting carried away. But it's fun to play the AI when they actually listen to you and you can do what you want. And then when you come up against an opponent online, guess what? Once again, the connection just goes completely all over the place. And watch this. This is the type of goals that I'm conceding, you know, and there's not a whole lot you can do about it. So he wins the ball back. Messi picks it up. I'm going to try and hold the line here. Gives it to Kimmich. And it's like, come on. It's just hilarious. Like, I mean, fine. It is what it is. It was 1 goal to start with. I don't know what Kimmich is doing, why he's trying to stick his foot up there. I mean, he went for a stunning shot. I let him see the replay. I was like, all right, have a look at it, son. But, you know, a stunning shot from there, that's all day for Schmeichel. But, yeah, I don't really know whoever that is defending there, what he was playing at. Now, that's the goals I'm conceding, by the way. So, anyway, a goal down, 25 minutes. And, you know, there, once again, it's just how slow the players feel. Like Pedri, look at him. Turning like a tank. He should be a lot more nimble. Dun, 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 dun. He has tight possession of 90 plus. He shouldn't be having to deal with that. And then this happens. And now this guy's getting a splurge. But yeah, there's definitely something in this game. And we've spoken about this in the past many, many times. We'll call it scripting, right? I call it more of a momentum shift where basically the game just does that. Where you will have spells for 5, 10, 15 minutes where the game works. The players feel fantastic. They want to listen. And then 5, 10, 15 minutes later, we're back to the team feeling like, you know, patheticness. You know, and it's not fun. It's not fun because it's infuriating when you're trying to fight the controls. And that's why I've tried to build this team up now, because this is the team that I'm using that I feel has enough. Well, not this team, because you're going to see what happens at halftime. But this is the team I'm using because I feel like they will cover the spaces, and you do have to find play styles, folks, that does suit your nature. As I said at the beginning, I've tried the likes of Declan Rice. I've tried Rijkaard. They don't do it for me. But Casemiro does, because he sits in the hole as an anchorman. But then I've tried Fabinho, who's an anchorman. And for me, Fabinho feels very sluggish. So I don't like to play with him that way. So, yeah, you've just got to find. Look at that for a pass. Absolutely brilliant there from, I think that was Casemiro. Different class, son. So anyway, we've got a little bit of time left. 5 minutes till the break. And here we go. Watch this run. This was a good ball. Fair enough. Defending was rubbish. But, you know, they can score against me goalie, and I can't score against anyone. But there we have it. 2-0 Dan, folks. 2-0 Dan. And at this point, at halftime, I'm thinking, right, we're going to change this up, okay? So I'm going to fast forward this a little bit because, honestly, nothing really happens until halftime comes around, right? So, halftime. This is where things are going to get changed up a little bit. So we're going to show you, right? And I'll make myself bigger. Why not? So we decided to go back to what I was playing, which is I brought on Mbappe, did I? No, we brought on Nistelrooy, of course, for Isaac, right? Yeah, Leo came off because I said he felt slow. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Mbappe comes on. Dennis Irwin is going to come on as well because I still love... Irwin has the ability to play some phenomenal passes. All right? So we've whacking him in there, and then the final change was actually going to bring Kimmich in just because Casemiro wasn't up for this game, and I wanted to play a little bit more aggressive. If you're going to use Casemiro, he's not going to be that aggressive because, yes, he's an anchor man. Kimmich is, I think, an orchestrator, so he's a little bit different. He's a little bit more lively, and he'll just try and fight to win the ball back. So, second half kicks off. And I mean, that's what I mean. That is the balls that you can play with Dennis Irwin, and it's an absolute joy. And then watch that. Hey. So, automatically, 10, 15 seconds in the second half, we've got ourselves a penalty. Doesn't mean much, to be honest, because, you know, penalties in this game is literally a 1 in 3 chance of them saving it. You've got the middle, you've got the left and the right. But I've started to take my time a little bit more now and see what they do with the goalies. And if they point in a certain way just to try and mess with them. Luckily, we took it nicely, and Bob is your uncle. And if he isn't, well, Fanny's your arm. So there we have it. 2 goals to 1. And that got into the mind of this guy now. He's thinking, all right, fair enough. We were leading 2-0. It's now 2 goals to 1. I mean, he literally had 2 shots, scored them both. Fair enough. So here he goes now down the right-hand side with Mr. Lionel Messi. He's going to stay it back to Koundé. And as you can see with my defending, I don't like to go too gung-ho. I generally will try and hold up the players and then, you know, try and steal it. And just have a wall there. Have a wall. A lot of people love to play the tick-attacker style. We know this with the different meta formations. I'm not a meta formation person, folks. I just play the game. My formation's generally a 4-3-3, if not a 4-5-1. And that's pretty much it. I don't go crazy with mixing things up too much. I don't have the time, to be honest. Anyway, Kimmich finding Koundé. And yes, I have got the circle back as well. I feel like I play so much better with it on because I know exactly where the ball's going, and it helps. Also, it can help you guys out as well because you know where I am. But as you can see, we've worked this beautifully all the way around from the left to the right. Neymar's with the space. Now we bring it forward. Has he got the finish? Of course he hasn't. And we miss a chance because, you know, I can't finish to save me life. Anyway, he finds another Neymar. I mean, I'm not sure what that pass was. He'd be doing that pass a lot more if he was on full manual. So anyway, here we go. Irwin, we'll just play that out wide there to Neymar. Now we're going to use the pace because that's what he does. And then we're going to start this again. If you have a look at the switch, it is on. And we have found Mbappe. Watch this. 1, 2, beautifully done. Now we've got a chance to lay it square inside to Messi. So we're starting to play now. Isn't it magical? First half, complete pants. Second half, ooh, I'm feeling a little bit more juicy now. A little bit more in the vibe. Because that's what this game does to you. I don't know what Konami do, folks. I don't know what they do to the coding in this game. But something is in there. Something is in there. I've played so many games now. I'm pretty sure that there is definitely something in this game that does that momentum shift and makes your players feel dreadful and then they magically feel better. And I've tested it. I've tested it out with a full team of on-form players that still don't feel right. There's the flick on. And there was Neymar. Once again, the goalie saves it all day. Of course he does. But yes, we are on assisted shooting. So, yeah, the shooting should generally be better. Apart from that. Shocking from Kylian. But yeah, we've been all over him at the start of this second half. Just trying to keep the pressure going. I'm trying to get myself up to the high divisions, though, because I do want to play people in, like, Division 3 and 2, if we can get there, on manual, just to see how bad it's going to be, because I know it will be dreadful when it comes to, you know, the fast tick-attacker stuff. Anyway, he loses the ball here. Here's Nisroy. Watch this hold-up play again. The feet, it's beautiful. Trying to feed it out wide. Bit of slow dribbleness. As he does find Cristiano Ronaldo. Apparently Ronaldo's not happy in Saudi Arabia. Wants to leave. Come on, Ronaldo. Seriously, pick a team. Stay with them. So he plays a little bit of good football there. But now he makes a big problem there. Not going to happen against Koundé. Now we can bring this forward. You can see the run of Mbappe. He's going to keep it alive. And then we're going to lose it. And now he feeds it up the line again. He gives it away once more. Koundé now. That is a beautiful... Look at this. First time pass. Lovely touch from Neymar. Right here, we sent him for a hot dog. And then the finish. Once again, missed the finish. But luckily, the ricochet helped us out. Because that's sometimes what happens. What on earth is up with his shorts? But yeah, that lovely little touch from Neymar was beautiful. And then what happens? Watch this, folks. Don't blink. Don't blink or you are going to miss it. So, he gets the ball with Lewandowski, tries to feed it out wide. Watch this. Irwin, Neymar, Van Nistelrooy gives it back to the Neymars. Now he's got the acceleration, gets past the first challenge, and finally can slot one home. And look at that. 30-minute turnaround, folks, from 2 down to 3 goals to 2. And I'm purely down to, honestly, playing the players that I put in. Because the first team that I put out, it was a bit more of a trial. I didn't really want to play Izek. But once I brought in Van Nistelrooy, once you bring in, well, Kimmich, I normally would play Casemiro. But even Mbappe, because Leao felt like pants. But don't get me wrong, big-time Rafael Leao, he's a good player. I've had many matches where he's done phenomenally well. So, just one of those games. You just got to kind of mix and match. And we've got 12 minutes. So now, obviously, I'm trying to grab another goal. Make it 4 goals to 2 and shut up shop. As he'll bring this one forward with Cristiano Ronaldo and finding Lewandowski. He needs some players in the box right now. And there's Kimmich, always working. And that's why Kimmich, for me, is one of the best players in the game. So close. But yeah, I do think I am going to start putting out some highlights for you guys to watch me play on eFootball and do some sort of a road to glory, some sort of road to Division 1. I don't know. But I do want to sit down and just play this and put out highlights, kind of like what Barry does, obviously, at PES Uni. Because I got to start putting out content. My channel's dying, folks, because I'm not putting anything else. And well, one day, we will have edit mode and Master League. And we won't have to say it anymore. And I know a lot of you will say, go back and play the old PES games. I know. Let me know in the comments which PES game, if I did go back, would you like me to play? Look, I don't know what I was doing here. Absolutely playing with myself because, once again, the game at this point is absolutely dreadful. It is just a constant mess. Like, you know, I'm trying to get him to clear the ball right here, right? Yeah, I should have cleared it with Marquinhos. I like to dribble a lot. It's my downside, but I love to dribble, right? But I'm telling him to clear it at some point, but then he takes too long. Then Kimmich comes across. I'm pressing buttons. You can see power bars. It's just a mess. Oh dear. So yeah, maybe one day in 30 or 2030, we may have. They're right off the line. We're getting fortunate here, no doubt. But maybe by 2030, we'll have a connection with dedicated servers that will not cause me to get grayer by the day, which is what's happening right now. So he's going to take another corner at some point. Come on, son. We haven't got all day here. Things to do. And then he takes that long. Just press start! Cool, blimey. So anyway, Messi's going to whip it in. And that's going to be all day for Peter Schmeichel. I've been using Schmeichel, honestly, as my... I mean, look at that. Was I aiming there? Let me have a look at this. Where was I aiming? Let's have a look. Okay. As you can see, that's where I'm aiming. As far as I'm concerned, that's going to go over there. And then he throws it over there. If that's not proof in the pudding, I don't know what is. That's basically the game telling you, I'm not having it. I'm going to pass it to the touchline. So this guy can get the ball back because he's 3-2 down and he needs a goal himself. Oh, the cheesiness. So anyway, Zinchenko. So now, yeah, I'm obviously just trying to hold on here at this point. Keep the ball, try and do something with it. Lovely little flick there from Messi, but Koundé took too long to do anything. Comes back to Jorginho. Ronaldo loses out. Here is Beckenbauer. Going to go back to the goalie and just basically work it around the other way now and waste as much time as we can. Now, don't play around with it here. Play the quick passes. There's Pedri. Love Pedri's feet. It's beautiful. Worked this well as well. This was a nice little move. Worked it so nicely from back to front. And then what do you think happens? Missed it. As always. I should have probably done a stunning shot. But you can see the way we worked that from left to right to back to front. Nicely done. Playing some football, which is what I ultimately tried to do. And yeah, we're just going to waste a bit of time here with, yeah, I tried a double touch. It was rubbish. Messi got in the way of it. Yeah, we are into the final few seconds and he couldn't keep it alive. So there we have it, folks. We did come from 2 down to win 3 goals to 2. It wasn't pretty. But this is the type of matches I've been getting. I mean, not all of them. I'm not going to lie. A lot of my matches in divisions over the weekend in Division 8 and 7, I pretty much made, I think, 4 out of 6 people kept quitting on me. So, yeah, once you get into the higher divisions, you're going to have much better games, of course. But it's just you can see 14 attempts to 9. It's more of the case that this game dictates a lot of the time the connection you're going to get and then how the match is going to play out. And that's what annoys me. So let me know if you guys are getting that as well. If you feel like there is something there that's preventing you from, you know, just having a good connection against the AI. It's so much better. But anyway, that's it for today, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts as always. And yeah, we'll be back Friday. We will stream. And then, you know, the content's going to come back. Just bear with me, folks. And then we'll get to it. And I know I did mention Football Manager, but I don't know. I'm in two minds with that. So we're gonna think it through. Until next time, take care.